Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, people thought for a while that a cruise port was on fire. We also have an idea of the next Disney cruise ship that's about to set sail in, according to them, 2025. And it has a lot of people a little bit excited because they're kind of hoping what they're putting on this ship is what they were going to put in one of their theme parks. I'll explain more about that. And then we have, hey, have you ever wanted to own a cruise ship? Because if you got the means, they got the ships, and you can actually buy one this week. Okay, first a quick service announcement coming for the group cruise we have that I just announced on my way back from the Sun Princess. I opened up a new Sun Prince group cruise for March 15th of 2025 for those people who cannot make it in December who want to try the new cruise as part of the group. Just as a heads up, we are bringing in all the emails one at a time in order of the ones coming in, putting them to who's ready, who's got all the information ready, etc., and wants to get a quote exactly and gave me all the information I asked for, names as if on your passport, date of birth, your princess number if you have one, your mailing address, your email address, and the cabin type you're looking for. That way, if I have all that information, I can reserve a cabin for a certain amount of days, send the people out their information, and they can decide yes or no, do they want to put down the refundable deposit or not. Those people get the priority, obviously, because, quite frankly, we've got thousands of emails. It happens every time, and there's just myself and my niece Angelina. And it takes a while to go through thousands of emails and sort everything out. So I will begin booking cabins this weekend based on the priority list that, first email that came in, second email, third email, etc. And we will begin booking them and sending them out next week. So please don't send more emails saying, did you get my email? Did you get my email? We've got your email. It's just taking us time to get through them all. But if you don't hear from us, say by the middle of next week, the end of next week, then feel free to send out another email. Or if you're just one of those people just saying, can I get a price? Can I get a price? Well, right now, our price, because we just reserved the cabins, are the exact same price you see with Princess right now. The difference, of course, will be, it'll be part of a group, there'll be prizes on board, and we keep an eye out for your cruise. If the price goes down, we will refare it and bring it down for you as well. Plus the cocktail party on board, etc. Trust me, there are quite a few little extras that we do when we're in our group cruises. Okay, that's the public service announcement. Please don't keep sending emails repeatedly. And I'd appreciate it if you would respond in the same email instead of sending a new one, because when you send a new one, now we have to search for your old email through thousands of emails to come up. If you said, oh yeah, I mentioned that in my last email, and it's not attached below, a part of the same conversation, then it's again adding more time. And again, there's just two of us. We're not a big conglomerate. A lot of people think I have 50 agents that work with me, and it's just a little family-run business of myself and my niece, Angelina. So yeah, please bear with us. Okay, let's get on to some of the news. Well, some people actually thought that the Orlando cruise port was on fire. Alarms went out yesterday for a lot of people around the Orlando cruise port when people thought that there was so much smoke in the air and black smoke that the cruise port was on fire, when in reality what was really happening is the wind was taking smoke from a controlled burned fire about 30 miles away from the cruise port. But it was 1,000 acres that they were setting fire to, which is part of the way that they keep the wildfires from possibly popping up and becoming really dangerous and spreading really, really quickly. They will do this controlled burn in certain areas to make sure that wildfires don't get out of control. It also helps the growth of new trees, and they tend to do it in like sanctuary areas as well to keep the areas pristine. And this way they're just protecting the environment as well as keeping Mother Nature as much under control as we can sometimes. But this happens every 1 to 5 years, and it just happened that the conditions that day sent the smoke over the cruise port, and from a distance it looked like something was happening at the cruise port, and the actual fire stations actually got reports saying that there's a fire. There was no fire at the cruise port. Everything was fine. It was just a short controlled burn that they were doing under the control and supervision of the fire department, police, etc., and nature conservationists. So yeah, whew, can you imagine? Cruise port burning down would not be a great news story to cover. Next, we also have some good news. Speaking of Central Florida, we have Disney is announcing their 3rd Wish class cruise ship to come out in 2025. They had the coin laying ceremony and that in the keel. Well, this one has a lot of people excited because it's going to be based around heroes and villains this time, not just your heroic characters that they tend to be, or Star Wars or Marvel or anything like that. Heroes and villains, with heroes such as Hercules and Mufasa and Simba, to iconic villain characters like Cruella de Vil, as well as my favorite, 2 thumbs up, best Disney villain of all time, I think, Hades from the Hercules movie. Just one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time. Loved that character. So very excited to hear this. And a lot of people were hoping that this is what Disney's going to announce for a certain area of Magic Kingdom. A new expansion to a new themed area would be something along the lines of a villains area. A lot of people would really look forward to that, especially when you think of them having their Halloween nights every single year for over a month and a half. How excited would it be to have an actual villains area to hold those events in? But at least we may get this on a cruise ship. People are pretty excited about that announcement, and I'll admit, if they do it right, it might entice me to get back onto a Disney ship. And finally, have you ever wanted to own a cruise ship? Well, now you can, and you can own one that goes on the rivers, which is a bonus if you want something a little smaller. The American Queen cruise fleet is up for auction right now, including 4 river cruises, 2 ocean vessels, a contract for an expedition type cruise ship that goes into 2030. You can bid on them. The deadline is 4 p.m. on March 25th. You can bid on individual items. You can bid on the whole fleet. And according to people running the auction and everything, there are numerous people putting in bids, some for the whole thing, some for individual ships. And of course, they want to remain anonymous because they're probably competitor cruise lines, or in some cases, private citizens who might just want to own a big ship like that and make it their personal yacht. I can see somebody doing that, right? It's already built, just have to redesign to make it a simple ship for yourself. And they're about the same size as some of these super yachts out there. And how unique would it be to own a riverboat personal yacht? It'd be kind of cool, actually, if I only had billions of dollars to put my money into something like that. But yeah, you can actually bid. Private citizens are allowed to bid. If you have the money, they have the time. And yeah, deadline is March 24th. And they say due to the nature of what the sales are, and because there's different individual things or the whole package together, they may have to hold an auction afterwards between the main competitor bids. And of course, they are looking at making sure the people who are bidding can actually afford what they're bidding. You can't just unanimously put in a bid. If you're going to bid on a $300,000 ship, you're going to have assets that can cover the $300,000 before you can even put in the bid. But it is a nice thought. It is a nice thought to be able to have that kind of money to purchase a cruise ship. Well, what do you think? Are you excited a little bit about a Disney villain cruise ship? I kind of think that's a unique idea, and they should lean heavily more into that a little bit more, because Disney has some very classic, iconic villains in their repertoire of movies. So I'm kind of looking forward to that myself. Leave a comment down below. Who is your favorite villain? I'll even open it up to non-Disney villains. And I know we're gonna get Die Hard. But try and come up with somebody other than that. Until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.